Welcome to the 2024 Mid-Atlantic Championship, brought to you in part by our friends at the Pittsburgh Broomball Association. We got the Bombies and Top Shelf going for the chip. Top Shelf gaining early possession into the Bomber zone. Bombers looking to clear it out. Shelf keeps it in the zone. Kyle up against the right wing's going to center it over to Don Summers. Pulls the ball back. Big shot. Save by Top Shelf. And take it around back here. Bomby's looking to apply a little bit of a forecheck. And if you're wondering why you're stuck with me doing the voiceover, it's because the live barn feed doesn't work. You're watching basically a silent movie from the 1920s. And this is the best we can get. Oh, big chance by Shelf. And Cass comes out to challenge the shot, makes a nice stop. Ball up against the far boards. And I think that is Rankin is going to go into challenge another shot. Screened over to the far boards. The Bombers are going to look to try and get that out of here. Shelf applying pressure, drops it back to the point. 44 going to swing it around. Looks like Kyle got a piece of it. I don't have names, but we'll come up with some on the fly. Big one-time opportunity, just fanned on a little bit, and Rankin's going to try and clear it out. Kyle jumps up, looking for a clear. Think he gained the zone, but the camera feed's a little asleep behind the wheel. Kyle blows the tire. Shelf goes to collect, and I think Bomber's going to look to try and get a change. Shelf over to Millsy. Millsy dumps it on down on the left-hand boards. Auto feed going to pan over. Looks like the ball is going around behind the net. Bomber's going to try and go for a long ball. Possible tip, possibly number 4. Caleb coming in to help. So, well, dive and play. A little reckless there. I think that was either Cahill on the forecheck, and he's got an opportunity to shoot. Takes a shot on goal, pushed aside, and there's a pile of bodies on the ice. Play will continue. Reminiscing of that same exact setup that had happened back during Broomfest. It was a real nasty cut. In fact, it was a Baltimore player. And is he going to get there in time? Looks like they waved off the icing, and it looks like play has stopped. But yeah, going back to Broomfest, so there was a crazy play where the goalie, the defender, and I think Chuddy had kind of closed in on the ball, and it was just an incidental play, but the goalie stick caught his defender in the face, and he got a real nasty cut, kind of bloodied up. Always a concern for player safety, but he was okay. But again, championship playoff broomball. Everyone's putting it all on the line. Bombers coming out with line 2. Looks like they got Chuddy, Kate Hill, right wing number 7, and also Caleb Still, new player. He's down here for about a year or two, hailing from Minnesota, him and Tori. Very welcome and happy to have them in on board, providing some legs. A lot of broomball. This is their 5th game for both of these teams. Gator actually coming out. He took Saturday off to kind of rest up a bit. He swings it over to B-Will. B-Will looking for another long ball. He goes for a centering pass. Looks like Chetty got a tip on it, and it's going to go down for an ice. Andrew Kane, AK-47. The center, he's switching off with Brian Rankin. Line 3, Earth line coming out. We got Cole Thornton on the right wing with Wes Hanig. Gator and B-Will. Face off down on the Bomber zone. It's going to be top shelf ball. Top shelf countering with the team growth of their own number 33. Don't know his name, but we'll call him Zdeno Chara. He's a big dude with the big shot. He's played with the Syracuse Outlaws. And there's one or two others, I think. Shelf center right now. Very talented player. He's got a very unique stick. It's almost like a basket. Very dangerous when he gets that wrister off. And it looks like ball went up against the netting area on the side. So we're going to have a draw right outside a top shelf zone. These teams met in pool play. Bombers edge top shelf. Top shelf actually took an early lead on Bombers in the first half, and then they had to kind of claw their way back into it. And Shelf with the draw. Rankin on the forecheck. Pokes the ball. Looks like he's going to try and get a one-handed. Oh, man, that was a great stop by. Great stop by Shelf. Holy smokes. I'm watching this for the first time, so it's almost like a react video, so I don't really exactly know what's going to happen. That's Ken Starner, number 14. Feed over to Rankin. Rankin, loose ball. Ken having a back check, doing what he loves best. Rankin looks like he's trying to get it over to Hannigan. That ball's going to be cleared down. Not sure if it's going to be ice. Kramer with his running boots going to swing it back behind the boards over to Ken. Ken's going to walk it up. Shelf pinching on the boards, wisely so. Back over to Rankin. He's going to go aerial on this, and a little offsides. I think they must have already gained the zone now. I think they whistled that. That's one of the drawbacks is I have to kind of guess what the officials are calling here. So if I were to guess, I think it's an offsides. I could be completely wrong. I probably am wrong, but faceoff's going to be outside of the Bomber zone, coming out with line one. Kyle right wing, Don left wing. Dangerous, dangerous pair. Kyle with a very serious set of hands, and Don just seems to score from impossible angles. And there may be also a blip coming up in the feed because with Live Barn, sometimes there's breakage in the footage. So we'll see if we go through the quantum realm. Until then, we're going to see a 0-0 game with about 10 minutes left in the first half. Looks like Shelf's got the zone turnover, possible 3-on-2 with Kyle looking to try and do a dangle between the middle, but Zdeno Chara says, I don't think so. And Top Shelf got to take it behind the net. Bombers giving them a little bit of space. They go in for a long pass, and it looks like there was a stick that stopped it. Kyle with the ball, looking for a centering pass, got Rankin. And potential cross-ice pass over to Ken. He goes down low to Rankin for a one-timer, and that's gobbled up by Top Shelf goalie. He's going to slow it down. Shelf a little short on legs. I think they got about 4 subs. And when you get to the 5th game, the lactic acid starts to build up a little bit. So I definitely know Bomber's strategy is going to try to force these guys to run. At least that's what it was the first game. Millsy got the ball. He's going to slow it down. Send it on back to the D to set up the play. Bombers giving a little space, probably doing a 1-3-1 blue line. To try and pinch up against the boards and force them to make a centering pass. Millsy going, and it looks a nifty little move there. I don't know if that was B. Will or if that was Kyle, but Kang is able to poke it. Kyle swings it over to the left. Donnie going to wind up a shot, or is that B. Will? I think that's B. Will. And Chadi on the rebound, and there's a block. Ball's down low, off to the side. Dangerous chance there for the Bombies. Shelf tries to send it back, but that's blocked down. Great forecheck by Andrew Kang. Don going to apply a little bit of pressure. Shelf going to swing it around back to the other defender, look for a breakout. Kyle coming in a little bit to apply some pressure. And it looks like they come on top of it. Kyle regains possession. He drops it back. Big shot on goal. And Dono looking for the rebound, unable to get a good stick on it. Definitely a good opportunity, nonetheless. So there have been a lot of shots for Bombers so far. They're applying some pressure, but Shelf is very fast, and they got some hands, a serious set of hands. It looks like Garlow coming out. 25, another talented player. Garlow dangled me pretty good at the Beantown tournament. I just swung, completely whiffed on it, and he just made me look like an amateur out there. Zdeno Chara, aiming shot. Ooh, a little deflection on close near the goal. Looks like it was able to be pushed aside, and Bombers going to have to fight for it down low. Picked off by Kevin Hill. Kevin, he tries to go for the centering pass over to Chuddy, and Chuddy's going to break out on the right-hand side. He's being pressured. Is he going to shoot? Look for a pass. Shelf blows a tire. He's able to recover okay. Hard pass over to the left wing, and Caleb able to battle for that 50-50 ball. Shelf comes up on top. and they'll take it around, try and slow it down a bit. Bombers making a change. 21, I don't quote me on this. I think it's Fostowski. Just remember seeing a jersey of someone with that name. And he's challenged by Rankin behind the boards. Cahill on the left wing and Caleb on the right. Not a lot of options. They're trying to, looks like they might carry it out, but it's going to be forced back to Fostowski. It's going to try and go for an outlet pass, bombs the ball, and I think that's going to be an ice. Looks like that's coming back. So you got about 6:40, 0-0 so far. No score yet. Both teams kind of feeling each other out a little bit. And these are very familiar teams. They've played against each other many, many times. Top Shelf been around the game for at least 10 years or more. Same with the Bombers. So these are familiar friends and foes. Shelf with their third win of the draw. And a little bit of pressure up front. Kind of a dangerous play to take it out in front of the crease, but Fostowski, he's challenged by Wes Hannig and Rankin, the one-timer. Holy smokes, look at that. Just a really great shot from the high slot. He draws first blood. Wow. Rankin, he was the one who opened up the scoring in the tournament. First shift, first game. I think it was another one of those just really quick shots, and he buries it. CBA president puts Bombers up 1-0. Basket on the draw. Chara left D. And nice win by Shelf. They kind of wins it forward and then they gain the zone. Rankin going to challenge. Ball down low and back over to Chara. He's going to wind up. Big shot. He's forces Cass to have to pay attention on that one and not be asleep behind the wheel. That's going to come around and Cole goes over to the boards between the legs and flips it to himself. It looks like it's going over to West. Centering pass, real nice. And Cole with he might have an opportunity, but it's poked and there's going to be no call on the play, just sort of incidental contact. Chara over to Basket. Basket trying to go over the top, but Dikembe Mutombo says, I don't think so. And I think it's an offsides again. Possible offsides, possible hand pass. I don't think it was a hand pass. Not enough resolution on this 4K to be able to determine from the live barn. Bombers coming out with their line one, Dono and Kyle. Shelf got Millsy. He's also a threat. Millsy, I think, scored an overtime winner for Shelf last year. And I think there's an opportunity for the Bombers here, but the Life Barnes is asleep behind the wheel once again. Oh, that's B. Will. He's going to fire up a hard shot. He misses, goes a little bit wide, drop pass. Kyle looking to dangle. He shoots from where he shoots best, and that's the impossible angle. Great opportunity. Gator sends it on down, keeps Bombers in the zone. Kyle looking for a shot or a cross ice pass. Kick pass. B. Will with the one timer. Great stop. Looks like it was pushed aside. Shelf had to make a stop on that one. Lift pass to try and get it out of the zone, but B. Will on the forecheck takes away that space over to Kyle. The pass gets picked off, and Millsy going to try and take it on down against Gator and go one-on-one. He's going to slow down and wait. Great cross ice feed to the winger. He's going to send it back, and a one-timer shot a little wide, a little high. And Shelf's got it down low, and ball goes back to the D. He's going to probably swing it over. He's going to take a shot. Looks like it was sort of a pass. Ball careened back to Chara. Little flip pass, lobbing it in behind the net. Bombers recover. I think it's B. Will ball. I think he's going to walk it. He sends it over to Chuddy. Chuddy tries to collect it, but he's challenged. Cass comes out of the goal to try and clear the ball off to the side. Bombers regain their footing. Drop back to the D. B. Will looking for a big pass, deflected. I think it's out of the zone. Shelf will have to reset. Challenged by Kyle. Ball is out of line of sight, but it looks like it's coming back over to Dono on the left wing. Or no, that's Chuddy. Dono's cutting in towards the towards the, and that ball goes way over into the netting. So that's going to be coming back outside of the bomber zone. Shelf looking to get a line change, probably get some fresh legs onto the ice. So we're down to about 3:38 roughly in the first half. Bombers are up 1-0. Pretty tight game so far. No penalties yet. It's going to be Rankin on the draw against Basket. Bombers win this one. Over to Ken. Ken to Hill. Cahill a little between the legs. Cube maneuver. Centering pass gets kind of chipped. Charles going to shield the ball. Rankin somehow he's able to get a stick on it. And Bombers still have the zone, but they're going to lose it here in a sec because Shelf's going to be breaking out on the left wing side. Oh, wow. That was a nice little dangle. Ball just kind of got away there for a second, but he did a little spinorama move, and now we got a little spinorama going the other way. Cahill taking a shot, big stop by Basket. He sends it on down the left wing. Might be a little far. I don't know if it's going to go for an ice. Yeah, and I got my cat here complaining. Yeah, I think the cat's making the call that it's the icing. So if you hear a little meowing in the background, just kindly ignore her. Her name's Megan. We call her the Meg. She eats a lot of food. She's a big cat. All right, draw coming in down in shelf zone. Kramer out on D. He's partnered up with Starner. And then we got appears to be Kyle on the left wing, or it might be Caleb. Ranking on the draw. Shelf wins it. Stosky going for a dump, and I think that's going to be called off. Yeah, no icing because that was on goal. Cass sends it aside. And we have no idea what's going on because the ball's just kind of out of line of sight, and Live Barn thinks that this is a more exciting view to watch. Oh, Basket, nice little stick handle to keep the ball. Ooh, and Cahill is diving to try and keep the ball out of the zone. Plays it nicely off the boards. Shelf's going to get possession. Settle it on down in the neutral zone. Bombers continuing with the 1-3-1 to try and press up against the sides. Millsy looking to find Festowski, who goes back to Millsy up against the boards. Cross ice pass. That's going to be collected by Caleb, who's going to run it out. Caleb looking for a pass, and yeah, once again, that's us traveling through the quantum zone because there was a feed loss on Live Barn. So we're back in action. Ooh, Garlow, it looks like looking for somebody down low. Bombers regain possession. I think Cole is out there along with Chuddy, who's going to send it over to Gator. No, that's Kramer. Kramer sends it to Chara. Chara in combat with Wes on a 50-50 ball, sends it over, and it gets picked off. And I think Cole, they might have an opportunity here. He gains his own, and he's got Chuddy closing in on net. Ball's behind the net. Hard to see if there was a shot on goal or not, but definitely an opportunity. And Shelf gonna ball back and try to clear the zone. B. Will keeps the ball in, but he's challenged, and Bomber's gonna have to reset out of the zone. Closing 30 seconds here in the first half. Bombers are up 1-0. And I don't know if they're just going to try and take this thing to the half or if they're going to continue to press. We don't have a lot of time left. Looks like there was a tip. And this, I think, is half. Might be icing. Players are staying on the ice. There has to be less than 10 seconds left. I think this is an icing. It's going to come back down. So it's a little bit dangerous now because if Shelf wins this draw, they got the shooters out there that can definitely make something happen. So we'll see how this works out for the Bombers. Bombers got their line 3 out there. Chuddy on the draw, up against Basket. And a nice stop shot, deflected, pushed aside. B-Will, I think, is just going to eat it and take it to half. And that'll do it. All right. Halftime, 1-0 Bombers. We're going to skip ahead here to the draw, then we'll see you in the second half. And just like that, we're back. Second half, championship, Mid-Atlantic, Bombers, Shelf. Let's go. Shelf with the draw. Bombers on the forecheck. Rankin coming in. Goalie sends it out, and I think it hit over the glass, so that's going to be whistled down. Draw in the Shelf zone. Bombers coming out with Rankin, Kyle, and Dono. You got Gator and B. Will on D. And ball in the feet. Weird play. Rankin, shot on goal. Oh, Kyle with the rebound, and that's going in. Kyle just at the right place at the right time. Nothing you can do about it. Goalie made a great stop. Rankin with the wrister. He's going to get the apple on that one. Put the Bombers up 2-0. Quick score to open up the second half. Bombers going to... Gator's going to sub out with Ken, rightfully so. His knee's been kind of bugging him, but still a dangerous shooter all around. Bombers win the draw, only their second of the game. It's going to be sent back to Ken. Ken going to go behind the net. Try and get a breakout here. Ken kind of weird pass. Looks like it caught the net and it slowed down. Big Z going to look for a shot, and he just sends it on down a little bit. It's going to be challenged by Kramer. Shelf down low. Forecheck, they got the ball behind the net. Looking for a centering pass. Bombers, someone lost their stick. I think it's a Shelf player. Fostowski, possibly with a shot that goes high and caught in the netting, so that's going to come out. So we had 6 teams here with the Mid-Atlantic. We had Bombers and Shelf, and then also teams coming in from Nebraska. We had Harvest. We had Miami University coming back for the first time since 2019. And then the Big East, a team comprised of Boston and Pittsburgh and our friends from Cleveland. And then who else? I think I covered them all. Oh, of course, Corruption, DC. Didn't forget that. Shetty forward checking on the sides, going to try and regain possession. Shelf taking it behind the net. Bombers giving a little bit of space. Looks like they're playing a man-to-man coverage now. I think that's been sort of the strategy this whole game. Hey, King, it's slippery out there. Try to clear it, and Kramer's going to wind up a shot just a little bit wide and high. Cahill going to try and get it. Caleb slides in. Shelf with the ball, and he too. That's like the exact same spot too. I don't know if maybe it's just a slick spot, Bermuda Triangle kind of thing or something. Deflection. Caleb's going to take it in the neutral zone, try and get it in the left wing. Chuddy with the assist. Bombers gain the zone. Chuddy keeping him to himself. Kind of has to fight off a little bit of contact there, but no harm, no foul. Chuddy back to Kramer. Kramer back to Chuddy. Centering pass, maybe a shot. Cross ice pass over to Ken. Ken assesses, looks, finds Cahill. Cahill back to Ken. Ken over to Kramer. Great possession, good cycling all around. Shot gets through, blocked by the defender, and they're going to collect it and try and send it around. And that's stopped by Kevin. Kevin comes up with the ball. Oh, a real nice dirty dangle. That was a nice between. Oh, yeah, the ball's up in front. And is it a goal? I don't know. It's hard to see. It looks like the ball, holy smokes, just got pushed aside. What a great stop and awareness for Shelf to be able to clear that. That looked like definitely a scoring opportunity. Going for the one-timer. Cross ice pass just misses over to Caleb. Back to Ken. Looks like Kramer is either looking for a sub or playing stay-at-home D. He sends it on down over to Cahill. He loses it, and Millsy's just going to send it out. Says, I've had enough of this, and just takes the ice. Wow. What a crazy sequence of events that was. Definitely got to keep your head on a swivel here on this game. Anything can happen. And one of the things I noticed about these nets is the corners are round. So I don't know if it changes the dynamic. I mean, I still think they're 6x8s with the nets, but But they've been pretty anchored in. A lot of plays we've seen that where some of the nets, if they're not like in Broomfest, we had one where they would just come off if there was so much as a gust of wind. But these have been pretty solid, and that's a good thing because you get the playoff broom ball, and there's a lot of physicality in front when you got those scoring opportunities. B Will. Oh, he sees a shot. Wow, big shot. It looks like it got blocked. Rankin on the rebound, sails it just a bit high. Ball comes back, challenged by Wes. Hole going to go in, spins off the defender. He's going to try and take that ball and regain possession. 50-50 ball shielded very well by Shelf, and they're able to get it out. But over to B Will, who sends it to Wes. Wes for back over to Rankin. Rankin with another one. He's trying to get another goal and potential opportunity here for Shelf as they break out. Looks like a 3-on-2. Centering pass, big poke by B Will. B Will sends it up to Wes, and Wes is going to gain the zone cleanly. And it looks like he was going to go for a centering pass, but he decides, I'm just going to take this thing and centering pass over to Cole, and he just missed. Oh, big opportunity, but that's all right. The Shelf's going to kick it on down. And it looks like it was challenged and blocked by B Will. Goes for a centering pass opportunity. Oh, nice back check by Rankin. Nice back check. He's better than me. I'm not really good at that stuff. And Bomber's going to try and gain the zone. Don's out there along with Kyle. Rankin's probably looking to try and get a change here. Kyle picks it off. He's going to sail it. And I think that's not going to go for a nice, not enough. Oh, Kyle, big stop. Are they going to be able to get something out of it? Oh, great forecheck by Shelf. Shelf is actually able to defuse what could have been a very dangerous opportunity with that 2-on-1. Bono has got the ball on the left-hand side. Can't see what's going on yet. Now I can. There's Rankin. Picked off by Festowski, possibly. Sails the ball on down left wing board. I think Shelf's got the ball. They do, and he's closing in on goal. Are they going to be able to score? Oh, it just goes wide. I don't know if there was a shot or if Cass got a piece of it, but she makes a big stop. And another one. Is it in? She eats it, slows it down. Holy smokes, Cass making a big stop. Big stop by Cass. She's been a phenomenal goaltender throughout this tournament. A couple of shutouts against some really good teams. She was able to goose egg DC, and then I think she also goose egg Nebraska in the semis. 9:45 left in the game. Face off in the Bomber zone, and that's going to be one. Chara, big shot. Holy smokes, and that one's get blocked. Rebound opportunity, and the ball is behind the net. They're looking for a lot of traffic. I can't tell what's going on other than heavy pressure by Shelf to try and get on the board to get within one. Bombers be able to stop this. Caleb kind of loses the ball, challenges Chara. Ooh, almost a trip. Chara is going to send this one, and that's a big block by Chuddy. Takes a lot of guts. Oh, and Caleb was able to stop the ball, but Bombers coming in trying to apply a lot of pressure to get this thing out of there. And Cahill's got. He's going to probably send it. Kostowski keeps it in. Cahill, this is a 3-on-1. This is an man. We got Chuddy on the left, along with Caleb in the middle. Cahill shot on goal. Oh, he just missed it, and it looks like there's a whistle, but I can't tell. What's going on. They're signaling a face-off in the Bomber zone, so that would suggest a penalty, but it wasn't clear, at least at this point in time, what the penalty was. So I'll have to wait for the scoreboard to adjust, and then we can make our own speculations. So it's on Kevin Hill, 2 minutes for maybe a high stick on that previous play. He was the right wing on that 3-on-1 setup. I could go back and watch the replay afterwards, but without any audio, you can't really hear any contact between the ball and the stick. You just have a couple frames that you have to slow it down. So we're going to speculate it's Kevin Hill for a high stick. And this is, I don't want to say it's a must score, but you really are going to want to convert on this. So they got Chara over to Festowski. He's going to one-time it just a bit wide. Rebound opportunity, stopped by Cass, pushed aside, ball up against the boards. Bombers looking to clear. And I think they were able to get it out and force Shelf to reset. So Bombers going to situate on the blue line. I don't know what's going on because for whatever reason, the live feed just decides to focus on where the action's going to be instead of the developing action. So I can't provide any. commentary. Basket over to the right wing. They gain the zone cleanly. Basket at the point. He's got Millsy down low. Sends it over to the right wing. Nice shot, just a bit wide. Might have been blocked. Cole on the challenge, brought back to Chara. Chara can score from anywhere. It looks like he sends it in. It's blocked by Cole, followed up by Gator. Ball back over to Basket. Basket to Chara. And they're going to switch, kind of quarterback this play. Shelf taking their time. They're definitely exercising patience. I think they want to try and get that ball to move laterally, get the Bombers out of play. Fostowski's going to collect this, send it over to Basket. I think there's about 24 seconds in Fostowski. Big shot, just a bit wide. Bounces off of the back wall. It's going to stay in play. Ball's still loose. Hard to tell where it's going. I think it's still in play behind the net. A lot of activity going on. Basket going to collect it while we get the remaining 10 seconds left in this power play. Over to Fostowski. One touch pass over to Millsy, centering. Cross ice pass. Collected by Basket. And he's going to try and shoot. Oh, just a bit high. Looks like somebody got a piece of it, and Bombers are back to full strength. And West deflects it down, and I think it's coming back for an icing. Hard to tell. Oh, it got waved off. Ref says no ice. Got waved off. Shelf going to get a change. Basket up against the right wing. Four's going to drop it down. And they've got the zone cleanly. About 6.5 left in the second half. Shelf looking to take a shot. That's poked away by Kyle. And once again, challenged up against the boards. That's Rankin stepping in to take away the point. But I think at some point, oh, look at that. He goes over the top. Rankin recovers very nicely. A basket going a little NBA on Rankin, but lines up a shot, sails it a little left, probably just sort of a pass down low. And West is going to go and try and collect that. He was challenged. And a 50-50 ball picked up by Kyle. Pass gets a little bit by him, and West's going to collect it, try and break out against on the right-hand side. And I think it's Chuddy or possibly Cahill with the ball. Live Barn doing a great job tracking all the action. So we're just going to speculate that, yeah, there's something going on over in the Shelf zone, and it's coming back here to the Bomber zone. Millsy with the ball, drops it back. Shelf going to have to reset. Bomber's going to probably line up, do a 1-3-1. Oh, actually, they're able to regain the zone here pretty quickly. Looks like they're trying to play a little bit more zone defense. Blocked by Kramer. Kramer going behind the net. He's accompanied by Ken Starner, and there's about 5 minutes left, I want to say. No, 4:47. And it's Kevin Hill sending it up to the neutral zone. Picked off by Shelf. And Andrew King over to the right wing. Cahill using the boards. Take it down low. And Shelf's got the ball. I'm going to try and break out. Caleb, good stop with the stick. Challenged by Chuddy on the forecheck. And it's Caleb pressuring. Shell takes it on down, but I think it's an ice. Hard to tell. It looks like he's coming back. So at some point, the question becomes, when do you consider pulling the goalie? If you're down 2, and a lot can change in a short amount of time. Pulling the goalie sometimes can pay off if you do it sooner rather than later, but I'm not sure. Bombers have scoring threats from every direction, and it looks like we're going to get a timeout here while they consider their options. So we'll come back right after the break. All right, face off in the Shelf zone. They win it, swing it around back. Caleb from the Bombers into challenge to pinch the boards. Shelf swings it to the other side, going for a long ball. Looks like it was a tip, drop pass, and Little dangle dangle around Kramer, and Caleb is going to have to come in. Cass comes out to challenge, makes a great stop to cut down the angle. Great opportunity by Shelf Bombers coming up big. And it looks like they have pulled the goalie. 6-on-5 for probably the remainder of this game. An extended pseudo power play as Shelf's going to look to try and score. Big block by Chuddy. Kramer into assist. Caleb challenging the ball. Shelf has it behind the net. Looking for a pass. They get one, but it's deflected. A little stick check to keep the ball in play. Centering pass broken up by Chuddy again. Ken Starner down low. Cut off the pass. And then they're looking to maybe try and get a traffic goal. Basket with the shot, stopped by Chuddy. He's going to have another opportunity. Drops it back to the D. Back over to Basket, who winds up a shot. Sails a little high and kind of caught in the netting, but they're going to let it play. It did not get stuck, so that there will be no face-off. 2:30 left. Swing pass over to Basket. He tries to sail one in. Oh, looking for the one-timer. Big stop. And I think the ball is still... Nope, Cass is eating it up. Cass freezing the ball. Going to force another face-off down low. Bomber's going to get fresh legs out on the ice. Try and PK this thing. They got Rankin on the draw. Don and Kyle. Along with appears to be B. Will. And possibly Gator. Not 100% sure on that one. Shelf with the draw, Millsy over to Fastowski. Block shot by Gator. Ball up against the far boards. Another shot. Tipped just a bit wide. Great defense by Bombers. As Shelf sends it back to Chara. Chara, big shot just a bit wide, 80 miles an hour. B. Will with the ball. Forecheck by Shelf. Cross ice pass got over to the shooter. A little dangle trying to get a shot, and it gets through, but blocked aside down low, and Shelf recovers, still maintaining possession. Just under 2 minutes left to play. Big shot by Chara. Basket on the lateral, looking for a shot or a pass. He kicks it back over to, I think, Fastowski. Swings it over to the left winger. And another shot going to go behind the net. Rebound opportunity over to Basket. Big stop by Chuddy. That was a big stop. And Shelf going to try and continue to get the shots coming. They're down to about 1:25. Donald looking to clear. Shelf able to keep it in. Swings it over to Basket. Looking for a shot. Centering pass down low. Millsy's got it. Drops it back to the D. And Donald coming in. Submarining Zdeno Chara. He's going to get called. They're calling for a delayed penalty. And big stop by Kyle. They're going to whistle him. That's going to be Don's first penalty of his broomball career. The guy's objectively a Lady Bing nominee. Almost never takes a penalty, but I think he realizes what he did. And so you got 1:02 left. I imagine Shelf's going to keep the goalie pulled because they're going to have 6 shooters. And they win the draw cleanly. Back to Chara. Chara's going to try and maybe take a shot. Looking for an option. Swings it over to Basket. Back to Chara to the left wing. One-timer. Shot low behind the net. Shelf collects the ball. Kick pass over to Chara. He's going to shoot it. And it looks like it deflects. It goes in. Goal for Shelf. I think it may have been hipped by Garlow from Chara. And we have a 1-goal game, 42.4 seconds, very quick power play goal. It's what they needed. Now things get interesting. A lot can happen in 42 seconds. As the Bombers are going to look to try to defend their lead and also defend their title. And they're coming out with the girth line with Cole, Thornton, B. Willie, and Wes. Rankin on the draw. One by Basket. Chara's going to send it. Cole intercepts. Dumps it down to Millsy. Millsy sends it up to the left wing boards. B. Will pinching on the boards. B. Will comes up on top of it, and he's going the other way. B. Will decides he's going to play offense now. He gains his own, and he takes it down low. B. Will in foreign territory. He doesn't know what he's doing, except he's going to try and kill the ball, and that's a hard man to pull it from. Bewell's a big guy. He's got two guys, three guys on him. He forechecks around, and I can't see because the live barn sucks, but it looks like Wes is in on the forecheck, drops it back to Cole, and Cole is going to drop it back to Rankin. And I don't think there's enough time. I think that's it. Bombers are your 2024 Mid-Atlantic champions, squeaking one by 2-1 against Top Shelf. What a game. Great broomball played by both of these teams. I'm sure they're tired. I'm sure they're sore. And I'm sure that they're all going to go home and get ready for our day jobs tomorrow. But nonetheless, well fought effort. And thanks to the Pittsburgh Broomball Club as well for always hosting the fun tournament with the Mid Atlantic here at the Lecom Ice Arena. So, handshake line, that's part of the game. The sportsmanship. Again, these are two teams that are very familiar with each other and good sportsmanship, except for Don taking the penalty. But congrats to the Bombers, congrats to the CBA, and we'll see you at the next one.